Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And you know, it's so exciting to be up here and to be able to have this discussion. I want to thank the Minority Leader, my colleague and good friend, Mr. Hakeem Jeffries, for allowing me this time to direct everyone's attention to the importance of this month. I know that it is Women's Month and we've been hearing so much about this, but what's an honor for me is to stand to you today because it is also Virgin Islands History Month. I stand on the shoulders of strong Virgin Islanders who came before me, a people who are known for their courage, leadership, sacrifice, and most importantly, their resilience. The Virgin Islands is known for so much more than just white sandy beaches and as a popular vacation destination. I tell people all the time, there's more than just the beaches, a reason why 7 nations have fought, and done what was necessary to attempt to own these beautiful islands. We are made of culture-rich lands and a diverse history. Though not always pretty, there's great beauty in our past that shaped our present and directs us towards our future. Like most Caribbean countries, the Virgin Islands history begins with the story of pre-colonial inhabitants of the island and, of course, of slavery. And even beyond that, to a rich history of people, of families, of communities working and striving every day. Many people are unaware that the Virgin Islands is the only place that is part of the United States where Columbus actually set foot. Many other places, he just looked out and said, I'm going to name it this or that or the other. But the Virgin Islands, and in particular the island of St. Croix, is the place where he actually had resistance from the inhabitants who lived there. And we know that from his own logbooks, from people on the boat who fought, who recognized that the Caribs that were there were putting up a resistance to these men coming in 1492. In 1733, on the island of St. John, we have recorded the first major slave insurrection in the Western Hemisphere. The individuals and people there were so incensed at being enslaved that they organized themselves, actually overthrew those who had enslaved them, and held the island for a year before the Danes could organize with the English, the Spaniards, with others to fight back and take back the land. I'm so grateful that in this last Congress, this body, in a bipartisan way, were willing to support a recognition of that. And there will be this year a plaque put up at Ram's Head on the island of St. John, the site of where the organizers brought themselves together and made the determination that they would rather commit suicide than go back to slavery. Ram's Head is the location where they engaged in collective suicide by jumping off of the cliff rather than going back to slavery. In 1848, the Virgin Islands is also the place on the island of St. Croix where individuals organized, worked together, and overthrew completely slavery well before the Emancipation Proclamation was made here in the United States. It is one of only 2 places, the Virgin Islands and the island and the people of Haiti, who were able to obtain their freedom through violent and organized overthrow. We're blessed as Virgin Islanders to celebrate Virgin Islands history, as well as the same month as Women's History, because Virgin Islands history is not complete, of course, without women.